Alright, so for these problems down here, how do we simplify? Well, what we need to do is we need to apply the product property of square roots, right? The product property of square roots says that if we have the square root of a times b, we can make it equal to the square root of a times the square root of b, right? But the opposite is also true. If we have square root of 5 times square root of 10, we can make that equal to the square root of 5 times 10. Okay, that's like the opposite of this. All right. So let's go ahead and get that square root of 50. And so now what we have is we have the same problem as we had in 1b and 1a, right? We're just going to need to break it down into its factors. So let's go ahead and do that. 50 is even, so I'm going to pull a 2 out. That leaves me with 50 divided by 2 is equal to 25. Now 25, its factors is 5 times 5. So I'm going to pull out a 5 and a 5. Right? Now we take a look and we double check. So 2 times 5 is 10. 10 times 5 is 50. So yes, we're fine. And we're looking for pairs. And I have a pair of factors there, a pair of 5s. So I want to pull that out. It's equal to 5 square root times square root 2. And so I could put a box around that and I'm done. Right? So this example 2 just has one extra step, right? First you need to multiply the values, the radicands underneath the square root sign. So this is going to be square root of 6 times 8. So that equals the square root of 48. And now we got to break that down into its factors. So 48 is even. So we can pull a 2 out, and so 48 divided by 2 is equal to 24. 24 is even, so we can pull another 2 out. So we'll divide by 2, and that gives us 12. 12 is even, we can pull another 2 out. We'll divide by 2, it's equal to 6. 6 is even, so we'll pull another 2 out, and divide by 2, and that equals 3. Right? So then we'll end our prime factorization with a 3. Alright, now we could double check to see if it actually worked, and we could do 2 times 2 is 4, 8, 16. 16 times 3 is 48. So we're fine. Now we're looking for our pairs, right? We got one pair there. We have another pair there. So it's going to equal to 2 times 2 times the square root of 3. Right? The first 2 is coming out from the first pair. The second 2 is coming out from the second pair of 2's. So that's going to equal to 4 square root 3. And so I'll put a box around that, and that's my final answer there.